haven't had time to really process it. I don't even know if it's been a week. I don't know what day of the week it is right now, to be completely honest with you. But look, this is everything we've wanted. It's been a lot of fun just putting it all together, and haven't pinched myself yet, but I know at some point it's going to happen.
When did you know this is what you wanted?
Look, it was, like I said, I've always wanted to be a head football coach, but I know it sounds a little crazy if people are like, oh yeah, I was going to try to be selective if I could, and this is where I wanted to be. Obviously, I didn't think I'd ever get a chance to be the head coach of the Buffalo Bills. But when that opportunity came up, I let them know I wanted to interview, and there was trying to picture yourself of like not being, this is the only place I wanted to be.
Why? Why is this the only place?
I mean, look, it hit when we found out Coach McDermott was no longer here. I mean, it hit me, because it hit me in a lot of reasons. One, like, you realize, man, I might not get to even be an offensive coordinator here, right? You go through the interview process, you're like, man, I love my day job. I love my day job. Not that I'm playing with house money, but I get to still be the offensive coordinator of the Buffalo Bills. And then I woke up the next day, and that was about the only thing I knew I wasn't going to be as the offensive coordinator of the Buffalo Bills. And so you start really thinking about what Buffalo means to you, the people that I get to coach, the players I'm around, and trying to picture yourself anywhere else. And I literally couldn't. I'm so fortunate I don't have to.
When you did your press conference, one of the times when you got emotional was when you were talking about Buffalo. I saw the video where you were like, I think you were talking to Derek, and you were like, Buffalo, you got emotional.
Yeah.
What is it about this place? Is it the team? Is it the life memories you've made here? Like, why is that something that would bring out that type of emotion?
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything, right? Like, it's funny, not funny, but right before I had my press conference, I had like our all staff meeting. It was the exact same thing. You look around the people, and these are a lot of people that I've worked with in this city. The people here are so special, and they've accepted me. They've allowed me to be me. The Bills are everything here, and so many life events have happened here, and I'm so fortunate from that. And it was one of those places where, like, I don't want to live anywhere else. And so, as soon as I hear the term Buffalo, like, a lot of things always flow through my head, and it's real. But I love this place.
How is Joe Brady different today than the Joe Brady who got here in 2022 as the quarterback's coach?
I like to think in a lot of ways I'm the same person I got into coaching with in 2013, but I've grown a lot because I've been around. I've failed, right? The guy that got here in 2022 was a guy that was just coming off of an offensive coordinating experience that didn't go as planned, right? And when I got let go from that opportunity, it wasn't like, let me blame that person, I'm gonna blame this person. I just kind of pointed the thumb at myself and was like, if I get an opportunity again, what am I gonna do differently? What am I learn from it? And at the core is the people. Like, I learned so much more now about how investing in the people and my guys and understanding them allows me to be a much better coach. And I think I'm in this position right now because of that.
When you think about the interview process, you mentioned that at times it was very difficult and there were some really hard questions. What about it was difficult? Was it difficult because you were trying to separate what you've done with what you were trying to convey, or was it difficult just because of the types of things they were asking you?
Yeah, a little bit of everything. It's unique perspective because I've been in the building, and it was important for me to not talk about issues that have potentially been or it was more of like, hey, this is just the direction that I believe this organization can go, and if there's a difference in that, I'll let them assume or infer on whatever that could be. And it was more of direction and not just change. And that's what I was hoping for, that the interview wasn't going to be a, hey, let's just find out all the issues or what's gone wrong in the organization. Let's find that out for the next, so we have an idea where it's at. But it was cool because they asked a lot of tough questions that, maybe they knew the answers or they didn't, but they didn't assume anything. And you're having to put yourself in a lot of different roles, a lot of different scenarios. Look, like anything, you just get grilled for a while with answers. Don't get me wrong, it was a flowing conversation. It wasn't like it was just rapid fire, but they really made sure they knew exactly what they wanted. When they left, it wasn't like, hey, let's try to find out some more information. For the first interview, with the way that their day was already going, I was extremely impressed.
There was a line that you brought up in the press conference that kind of stuck with me. It was, when our players do well, that's on them, but when they don't, that's on me.
Yep.
And then you talked about the accountability piece.
Yep.
From that accountability standpoint, for a team that has fallen short, why do you think it is? And how did the offense that you were running play a piece in that?
Yeah, it will always. Sometimes when people think that I take the blame on myself, that's not, like, I'm not handling the accountability with my players. Like, no matter when we have success or when we don't, I'm always looking at, hey, what could I have done better? You know, Josh will have a play sometimes and he throws a touchdown and it was like, was that a good play call? You know, it wasn't just it was a good play call because we threw a touchdown. Like, I go through it, and just because it's not always you can't always judge the quality of a decision by the result, and I try to really pride myself on that. But I also think it's important for our players to understand that, hey, I'm going to be accountable. I'm going to be accountable with them. We're going to handle it. We're going to be hard in the meeting rooms. I'm going to take a part of the blame, but we do actually correct. It's not just, hey, we didn't do well, it's on me, you guys are good. Like, we do that, but in that environment and the media and all that, that's part of what comes with the job. I'm always going to take the blame and kind of go from that. And yeah, if we're not getting the job done, I have to do a better job in those situations. I'm just as a part of it.
You downplayed it a little bit, but obviously your defensive coordinator hire is a very big factor. You said it's not the biggest decision. They're all big decisions, but I think we're all kind of waiting on what you were going to decide there. Why Jim Leonard?
When I think, and I can't wait look, the city of Buffalo kind of knows him a little bit, but I look forward to when you guys get an opportunity to talk with him. Clear vision, understanding, great communicator. He can paint a picture of exactly what he wants it to look like and can hold the players to that same accountability. Like, I always think it's really important when you watch a team play, you can tell how they communicate, you can tell if you're trying to put them in stressful situations, how they handle it. And I think it's a reflection of him as a coach, how his guys kind of play. Then when you get an opportunity to talk to him, not just from the back end, but talk to him from a front standpoint, what stresses defense, what would be your ideal way of, like, what are you looking, like, everything that he was talking about, man, it was just like, we could have talked for hours, and exactly what I was looking for. And like, obviously, like I was waiting for the phone call, I was just waiting for him to want to be a part of this, and I'm so grateful he's here, and I'm excited what he's going to do.
The last one for me now is, when you think about where you need to go, this team has already had success, but they haven't gotten all the way there. How do you get all the way there? What is your vision to ultimately get over the hump?
Well, I think the biggest thing is making sure everybody knows we don't get to pick up there where we left off. And I think that's always a hard thing, because you think it's like, oh man, we got to the divisional round. Oh, last year we got to the conference championship. Like, we don't get to pick up where we left off. And so many times we think it's just a player here or a play there or whatnot. And there's so many other little things that got to that point. And that's the biggest thing to me, is making sure our mentality is where it needs to be, and making sure that we're not thinking it was just one player here, one player there, that was the difference. But I think my energy and my mentality is going to be something that's going to allow those guys that when we get to that point, we got to go take advantage of it.